Yeah.
Okay. See, this is
Clear.
the first setup you'll do in the system option. So you have to give realized gain account. See, currency gains, they created account called 7830 and department is your choice. So where it picks. So whenever there is a cross currency transaction, apart from the functional currency, if your functional currency is USD, you are booking in INR or other than any currency, this accounts will pick based on the rate you are using. That same realized gross and tax account, generic tax account. Here we mention currency rate user. You know the currency rate differs. We have Reuters rate, we have corporate. See, because most transaction are intercompany, they use corporate rate. So head office will give the rate, then we will use the same. So it will avoid the differences mostly. Okay, within the. So cross currency rounding account, header round, these are all options. These two mandatory field. Okay, automatic journal import we enabled. Header level rounding, days for posting cycle we given anything. Automatic posting. Okay, flex field description. Okay. Right. Transaction and customer is the second. So what I am selected, allow changes to printed transaction. Even your transaction is printed, you can change the invoice. Allow payment of unrelated. You can unrelated transaction also you can pay. See, these are all under our control. Allow transaction deletion. So you can delete a transaction. But initially I told in Oracle you cannot delete. See, what is transaction deletion here? It means before accounting. You create a manual invoice before accounting. It seems it is wrong. Before accounting you can delete it. Okay. These are the printing option. Auto invoice technical setup. Okay. See, customer, automatic customer, I enabled automatic. So every customer, if I create, it will be automatic site numbering, automatic grouping. Another is claims. What is claim? If customer or supplier not giving on time, you have to go for a claim. Logbacks and posts. See, this is for logbox and post claim. For logbox, I told you an example, right? Customers will located in different location. You are located here in one location in Chennai or Bangalore. Bank collects on behalf of you and use it. Miscellaneous. Okay. So here they told what is chargeback, open invoice due date, country default, source of territory, application, line and tax prorate. Prorate we will see. What is prorate? It is the ratio. Suppose there is a total invoice amount is 10,000. Your item amount, that is line amount is 8,000 and 2,000 is tax. How it will be prorated? If freight is allocated, suppose 8,000 is item and 2,000 is freight, but tax will include everything. So they are asking a line and tax should be different. Each line, it will be differently calculating the note. That's what we chosen. Okay. So these are the setups. Initially we'll do. Okay. And we have other setups also. Setup transaction. You will select the transaction type, right? Each and every time. Remember?
Okay.
Okay. See, payment term we are setting it up. I'm giving immediate payment I'm creating. So discount basis on invoice amount. %% within 0 days. That means I need an immediate payment. Okay. So all the payment terms will create here. What is transaction type? Here. I created BA, right? Transaction type. Suppose I am creating invoice, sales, class should be invoice. What is the class? Invoice. So invoice should be open. It should be a positive sign. If it is negative, it should be credit memo or credit memo in AR. So this should be allowed to print or not. Everything, all mandatory we selected. And here, whatever account I'll give, it picks in the receivable and payable account. Okay. So these are all optional field. Okay. So what I created a transaction type. I created a payment term. So item will come from the inventory memo line. So what is memo line? I told you already. Again, do you remember what is memo line?
What is it?
Sorry.
Yeah, what is the receivable account and revenue account? What is the difference?
So receivable account, revenue account. See, the basic thing, when you do a sale, what is the journal entry will come?
Invoice.
When you create a invoice, what is the journal entry you will get? Tell me, any of you?
Revenue account.
Sales entry. So sales entry, cash to sales. Okay. If at all it's a cash. If cash is not there, it's on credit. What will be the accounting entry?
Revenue account.
Oh, revenue already there. Sales. Sales becomes revenue, correct. Debit. In the debit, you will have the customer name, right? Customer A or customer B. That's what we call receivable account. So receivable to revenue. Okay. Understand?
Oh, okay.
So that's what in common we call receivable to revenue.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So I'm creating a transaction, whatever we created now. Okay. Whether we created source, no. I created transaction type. What I given BA as initial. See, it has come. I created a transaction type in the setup. It is coming here. Okay. Right. So what we created, I given here. So here I am selecting customer. Next we'll create the customer also. I think we created a transaction payment term also, right? BA immediate. Okay. Go to the line item. I also created a I also created a memo line. Where it will come memo line? It is not an item. It is a service. Let's see what happened to that. Why it is not. So here only memo line come. Whatever we created, I don't know what is the problem. We'll check it. So I have created an invoice with the transaction type I created. We have to check whether the same accounting has come. You remember what the customer we taken? So I am querying F11. I created in this date, right? So date wise I am querying. Control F11. We didn't create this. This one. Oh, they changed it. You put on mute.
No.
Okay. So when I select invoice only, it is coming because it is looped under invoice. If I select transaction, it won't come, right? If I turn a debit memo or credit memo, that won't come. Invalid with the. Oh, you read this. What is the error it is showing?
Where is the current transaction date?
So I given 2013 date. So what it is telling
Okay.
is not valid with the correct transaction, that transaction date. So what is the problem? Query that. How to query? Percentage. Okay. Here, what is the start date here?
You're given the wrong date, June 22.
So its system will pick default today's date. Okay.
Yeah.
So
2013.
here I am giving 1/1/2000. So from that it will work. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go and see what is happening. Okay. So like this small, you can stack up, you have to change and go there. Today 14th, right? Oh, it is coming 13th. So now it's okay, right? AC network. Go into the line item. So this is what we created. We created the line item. Okay, the sales. Okay, now I'm going to complete it. Select the instrument. So this instrument is not working here. Remove it. Complete. Once I complete, it will update, and complete will be checkbox will be ticked. So that means this invoice is complete. I cannot untick it. Okay. Now we completed one invoice. Okay. Now you want to see this accounting. Go to distribution. See here, receivable to revenue. What is the receivable account? Accounts receivable. Nothing but the group of customers. No rounding distribution. This is default. This account will generate a revenue account. We chose rent revenue. Okay. So this is the accounting entry. Account for all. Okay. Right. Any doubts how to create an invoice? Created.
What is the first? What did we do? We did the transaction type. Is it? What is the transaction
We
type?
created transaction type. We created payment term also. The payment term, transaction type we created. See, it's already there. Why it is not coming? Here also date is the problem. I understand. See, already we created the payment, right?
Okay.
Now I understand why it didn't reflected in our invoice. BA percentage, control F11. Okay, see the date here also I'm going to give 1st January 2000. Save. So I created a payment term. I created now I'll create a source. Source is manual and imported. We are only creating manual. See, type manual name. I'm giving source. Source is where it coming from, either manual or imported from others. If it is imported, all the tab it will be opening and you. So I am giving last number here. So it will generate like that. Okay, automatically. Right.
Sir, here also shows date,
Sorry.
today's date.
Where? It didn't change. Yes, super. So I have to give any date prior to what we create. That also I'll show you how to open the date and period. So now I created memo line also we changed the. Here also same date problem. It's a simple problem. We think like we did something wrong. Okay, now I am going to create a other transaction. Maybe we can create a debit memo also, but debit memo means transaction type doesn't work. Okay. Okay, here BA. Now it has come. Okay. Here I am adding one invoicing rule. We studied na invoicing rule in advance. 9 item. This is memo line. See, BA consulting fees, it has come. Save. An accounting rule name provided. I have to provide an accounting rule because I selected na in advance. See, come here. Tap. Accounting. So what is the advanced accounting you can create? You want 3 months or 1 year or immediate. I want recognize immediately 1 month. Start date. Which month it is asking? In advance. Remember in advance in arrear, correct? Anyway, we'll see. Okay, complete. Same thing. The instrument doesn't match. Deleting it. Complete. It's applied. See here. It's okay. So in the payment term immediate, we given 10% discount also, right? When we pay, right? 906 invoice. We'll try to create a receipt for this invoice. Okay. AC network. What is the transaction number? So I am selecting that invoice number to apply. So these are the open invoices to be set off against the payment received, the receipt. Remember what is our invoice number? 163, right? What is the number I given? Sarah, B. Like 20,000. Customer name.
42,500. One below. 1143. Sorry, 559090.
Got it? This one, right? Correct?
Yeah, 50090. Yeah.
Okay. Even the transaction type is reflecting the invoice. Save. Okay. So you now use basically applied 1,20,000. Okay. You can reverse a receipt. You can do a chargeback. I told no chargeback. Why you are doing chargeback? You have to select the reason. Charging back to the customer. How much amount you are charging back? Okay, okay. See, what is the concept? Out of 1,20,000, I am getting 1,90,000. So after a long time, I didn't get it. But the customer is a good customer. Okay. So what happened? The dunning will automatically generate after 90 days or 30 days. It will keep on remainder. So I don't want to trouble. We came into settlement. So what happened? For the 1,000, I created a chargeback on the freshly. See here, 100, 186 is the chargeback number. Maybe I am giving as a discount to them. Okay. 100, 186. I told you chargeback will be created automatically. Go here, find 186. Fine. See here, chargeback created, chargeback, BR burden I selected type, this one, because I told we cannot directly create in transaction screen. We created where in the receipt, it is automatically created. Chargeback for invoice number. So that invoice remaining 1,000, it is charged back. That means we written off in some format. That is chargeback. Okay, understand? Clear? Any doubts? What we are seeing? The setups, how we correlated. So this is how they do the setup. What are the transaction types the customer needs? You have to create and payment type. Source will be manual one and automatic multiple. Where from where it has to come, where Excel or other software. Item you can create here or it will come from the inventory module. Memo line you have to create multiple. Counting rule and all we'll see now. accounting role, we'll create one and test it. Okay. What is credit transaction? Credit. And also you can copy number of transaction. Suppose
So actually,
yeah.
this is P2P, right?
This is O2C. P2P, I'll show you.
Sorry, this is O2C, right? So that means sales order.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So for AC networks, is generating a sales order. Is it?
Correct. No, it is an invoice. Sales order, we call it in supply chain management on the order management module. This is receivable. We are creating the invoice. So sales order, you can interface and the invoice will be created automatically.
Okay. How to create the invoice? Okay.
I'll show you. Customer name.
So invoice to accounting.
Sorry.
Right now we just see the invoice to the account.
I told no on the day. Arrears, in arrears, and in advance is there.
Okay.
Okay, that only I shown you. Okay. So now action copy to. I want to copy this invoice number of times. See, it is asking daily once or at a time. So I am telling number of day one. Each one day, number of time, how much. I want 100 copies. Just save it. See here. Each one day it is creating one copy. 1st January, 2nd January. See the number. 100 copies. So I am going to query one invoice, how it looks. Find. Why it is showing it is not there. See, the program is still running. Okay. Once it complete only it will be created, then we can query the invoice. In AP also it is called recurring invoice, repeated. Here only we have. Okay. Okay, now it has come. So we have to check each and everywhere. If it is not coming immediately, we should not say, oh, it is created. But it is not completed. Why means I am copying the same format. Maybe I created after 100 days some change in the rate. 1000 become 1100. I can change it. Any tax, anything I can update. The format will be same. Then I am giving complete. Okay. Okay, complete. Which this instrument is wrongly applied. Okay, see, created. Okay, understand?
Okay.
So I'll show you quickly general ledger, how to open the period. You are asked me, no, how to open the period. Setup here, open or close. Note it down. First you have to
Open
open
and close.
GL
Yeah,
period.
I saw that.
Find. So this is the latest period open. That's why we always getting December. So I can open up to maximum we created up to this only. I have to create a new calendar. Then only it can be updated. Okay. Whenever you open vision operation, you have to open these two because you have vision operation and IFRS. Okay. Vision IFRS also you have to open. Here. Here also, this is second ledger of the vision operation. In your instance, you'll open this and also open the IFRS. Note down this. If you open this both, your period will be opened. You can create up to the latest. Okay. Once you opened in GL, then you have to go to this one, AP and AR and open. And also in our calendar, it is up to only 2014. See here, where is our calendar? What is the vision operation calendar name? Accounting. This should be
ADJ 13, I think.
Huh? Sorry.
ADJ 13. Yeah, accounting. Yeah.
Be here. See here.
Yeah, ADJ
I
13.
have to create up to infusion, it is automatic, but I have to create manually like this. Then only I can create up to the latest one. Okay.
Yeah, actually, in the instance,
Tell me.
I'm sorry, I think my system. I created calendar till 2022.
Super. You created both the ledger, right?
Yeah. I have to create in both general ledgers, right? Oh, that's
Yeah. That is second ledger. Na?
Oh, okay, got it.
You to create
that
both,
is
then only you can able to open.
Okay, and then I went and opened. Then I have to open the calendar in inventory. I have to open the calendar in purchasing. I have to open the calendar in.
No. We are. If you want to practice that, you can open. We are in finance. AP, AR, and GL. First open in GL. Then go to the other module. Okay.
Yeah.
One minute.